All right, so this is what I've been working on. This is a integration between Moodle, OpenLDAP, um, and a few other apps. Let's just talk about that. So we have OpenLDAP, and what we do with that is it is our source of truth. We put all our users into there, and we have all the data that goes into them, what type of person they are, teacher, manager, student, all of that. And that then we use Airflow to take that data, clean it up, put it into a MySQL database that we also have running, and then we put that into Moodle. And so we have a automatically updating Moodle here. So if you can go to the site administration here. It's all running locally on my computer. I can talk about how that kind of works. So let's look at users here. So we got all the users here. And we've got Airflow, and this is where we run everything. So this job syncs to Moodle. This job syncs all the data, cleans up all the data from both Moodle and OpenLDAP. So OpenLDAP gets put into the database, and so does Moodle, because what we eventually do is we take the data from Moodle, clean it up, and then put it into our Redash server over here. And so Redash is kind of like a version of Power BI. And so I have a quick and dirty version of a quick dashboard, and this updates with the data in the database. So we can know who has submitted assignments and who's not, and all the different things, and all the different data that Moodle provides. Moodle can provide quite a lot of different data. If you can see here, this is where we can see all of our users in OpenLDAP. We've got managers, students, and teachers. And all of those get synced over directly into the MySQL database. Let me grab MySQL real quick. So, okay, so this is the database, and if you can see here, this is the users that we have in OpenLDAP. So if you go here, our database. So this is the raw version. Let's look at it. So here we go. It's not cleaned up, and so what the job does is it takes this data, cleans it up, puts it into a nice table for us, like this one. So it cleans up the data, puts it in there, and then what we do, when we run it, we have this Airflow server, and so currently these two different jobs run at different times, and you can set it to whatever time you would like. All of that code is in here, and the Airflow DAGs here. These are different DAGs that we have. So the current ones that I'm using, there's a few other test ones and different things that are in here, but the two ones that I'm using is this one and this one. The others were tests. And so if we go to here, you can see that there is a Docker Compose file. So there's two different Docker Compose files. There's this one, and then there's one in Airflow right here, Docker Compose. So this one builds our Airflow instance and downloads all the stuff for it. And this Docker Compose creates this UI for LDAP, and then it also creates the Redash instance. So it creates those two, and then I have both OpenLDAP running locally on my machine, and then Moodle running locally on my machine in the terminal. And then we just connect to them here, as you can see. And so it will automatically sync the users. If you delete users, it deletes them. If you update users, it updates them. It does all of that. It syncs it all. And for me, to help me, here is just like where I work. This is a VS Code. And I built this little app that allows you to create users in LDAP. And it has this drop down for teacher, student, and then you can have the UID number, everything else you could want, and it easily adds the user for you. So that's just a fun little tool that I built while I was working on this. And that code is right here. And so if we go to here, this is the Docker file, this is the Docker Compose file for Airflow. And let's see here. What else? I have in here, if you go here, this is the README. This tells you all about the project, the architecture, how everything connects to everything. The way that Redash connects is it just connects directly to the MySQL database here that we have running, and we can then pull tables and queries out and do data analysis on those things. We can have a dashboard that works on all of them as well. But this is pretty cool that we have a full working pipeline that's all open source and free to use, and works robustly. Is pretty industry standard actually. So with that, I think that's a pretty good synopsis of how that all works. I can show you more of how the DAGs. So actually, it might just be better to show you in Airflow. So here is the so this is all testing. So real quick. So what we do here is the first thing we do is we extract the Moodle and the LDAP. So yeah, here we go. Now it's all done. So we extract the LDAP and Moodle data. We transform both of those, 1, 2, and then we load that all into MySQL. So we get the data, transform the data, then we load the data, put it into the database here, and so this is all up-to-date stuff. So as you can see, we've got grades. Oh, we actually don't have grades, but let's see, assignments. Yeah, so I only put one assignment in there as a test, and so we've got all the data for that. We've got courses. Yep, here we go. Tells all the data for the courses. Let's see. The Moodle users, all the user information, last access, so you can know when they access stuff, all the different things. So it'll be great. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Have that data to use for automations. You can once you have the data, then you can build automations off that data, obviously. And then this is the source of truth. So say I delete this student, PJ Jones. Can I delete him from here? Oh, yeah. So PJ Jones, we will delete this entry. He is gone. PJ Jones is gone. So if we run the Airflow load again, there we go. We will run the load. There we go. And then we go back to the DAGs here, go to enable DAGs. So this one's the sync. So we run this, and this will sync all the users over to here. And if we, yep, there we go. So he should be gone. What was that? He's gone! There we go. Yep, there we go. So it works. It syncs the users and creates a full workflow where it creates, deletes, updates to different users. And if you can see, the cool part is the data should automatically change. So let's refresh the data, or refresh the entire board. Boom! See that? As you can see, they're all connected, and the integration works, the automation works, the dashboard works, the Moodle, Airflow, and OpenLDAP all connect together, and so it's pretty great. Oh yeah, by the way, this is all in Docker. So this is, as you can see, this is Airflow, and this is Redash, and then that's the one for this UI here. And so that way I can look at all the users in OpenLDAP. But yeah, forgot to mention, this is Bryant in post editing. That we have all of the secured like API keys and stuff secured in AppFlow's connections and variables. So we have those all secured, and then for creating the environments themselves, you go here, we have environment.env files that we store everything in. And so those we store so that we don't have to push them up to GitHub necessarily. And so that is how you normally store all your passwords and keep everything safe. But yeah, or you could have a Azure key vault or a AWS key vault and just query those keys from there, and it's a lot more secure that way too. So you can use either or. Airflow has a pretty good secrets manager, so you can just do it through there, like I did here, and that way you can keep everything secure and safe. But yeah, I definitely think Airflow is a pretty good tool. You get a nice UI. You can see all the logs. It's pretty great. You can even add email logging, all the different things. But this was a pretty cool challenge. It was a lot of fun to do. Thank you so very much, and see you soon.